Morning, students. So now we are going to see the last some points of the chapter number one, that is heredity and evolution. Okay, in the previous lecture we have studied about the Darwin's theory of natural selection, and we have seen the Lamarckism. Okay, now we will see what is speciation. So formation of new species of plants and animals is the effect of evolution. Okay, as we know, after gradual durations, okay, after a gradual period of time, certain new species of plants and animals are going to be formed. Okay, so new species are developed, and this is nothing but the evolution. Now species is the group of organisms that can produce fertile individuals through natural reproduction. Okay, so what is species? Species are the group of organisms. Okay, it is the group of organisms that can produce fertile individuals through natural reproduction. Now, each species grows in specific geographical conditions, as we have seen in Darwin's theory of natural selection, that certain species is going to be grow. Okay, it will grow in a particular condition only. Okay, for example, fishes are going to survive in the water body itself. They are going to survive in the water ecosystem, whereas animals are going to survive in the terrestrial ecosystem. So the ecosystem of each and every living organism is different. Okay, their food, habitat, reproductive ability, and period is different. Okay, the food that living organisms are consuming, it is different. Okay, the habitat of that living organisms are different from each other. Then reproductive ability is also different. Some animals are oviparous, some are viviparous, whereas plants are performing via sexual or asexual mode, and they can also perform from a single parent as well. Okay, there are certain living organisms which have only one parent, whereas some living organisms have two parents. Okay, that means female and male parents. So the reproductive ability is also different, and the period is also different. Okay, reproduction period is also different. However, genetic variation is responsible for formation of new species from earlier one, but the characteristics which are transferred from parent to the offspring are going to be transferred by a gene. Okay, so this genetic material is nothing but DNA that we have studied. Now, besides, geographical and reproductive changes are also responsible. Similarly, geographical or reproductive isolation also leads to speciation. If conditions are favorable, then you will see that the same type of species is going to be developed or reproduced. Or if the conditions are somewhat different, or if the conditions are not favorable, then the organism is going to die. That means the survival of that organism is going to be stopped, or else you will see a new species, okay, developed after the adaptation of living organism to a particular condition. Now let us study about the human evolution. Okay, so the biodiversity that is known today has been said to be formed from very simple unicellular organisms due to evolution. Okay, this we have studied that all the living organisms have been formed by a single unicellular organism. Okay, in this evolution, origin of human evolution can be shown as per the picture given below. In the following picture, you can see how human beings have been evolved. Last dinosaurs disappeared approximately 7 crore years ago. Okay, so according to the technical information, okay, what we can say that dinosaurs, okay, those huge animals, they disappeared 7 crore years ago. At that time, monkey like animals are said to be evolved from some ancestor who were more or less similar to the modern lemurs. Okay, so monkey like animals were evolved, okay, from ancestors which were similar to modern lemurs. Tail of these monkey like animals of Africa is said to be disappeared about 4 crore years ago. So the tail of that monkey was disappeared 4 crore years ago. They developed due to enlargement in brain. Their hands were also improved, and thus ape-like animals were evolved. Okay, so monkey-like animals got converted or evolved into ape-like animals. Okay, meanwhile, these ape-like animals reached the South and Northeast Asia and finally evolved into gibbon and orangutan. And further, the evolution of ape-like animals, okay, they evolved into gibbon and orangutan. Remaining ape-like animals stayed in Africa, and from them gorilla and chimpanzee evolved about 2.5 crore years ago. Okay. Now, evolution of some of the 2 crore year old species of apes seem to be occurred in different way. They had to use their hands more for eating food and other work. Okay. So these ape-like animals were using hands, okay, for eating food and for the other work. Those apes started to live on land as the forest started to decline due to dry environment. So the forests were declining. There was deforestation in a very huge amount due to the high temperature. Okay, due to the dry environment. Okay, so their pelvic girdle developed in such a way that they started to stand in erect posture. You can see in the figure that in the beginning, these ape-like animals or these monkey-like animals, okay, these monkeys were not erect. Okay, their posture was not erect. But after some time, okay, after certain years, long years ago, okay, they developed and the posture was erect. Okay, now these first human-like animals with erect posture, which were using their hands, have evolved about 2 crore years ago. So the first human-like animal was evolved around 2 crore years ago. Okay, so 2 crore years ago, they evolved into a human-like animal. First record of human-like animal is with us in the form of Ramapithecus. So the first example of human-like animal is from the Ramapithecus age. Okay, and those were found in North India and East Africa. Afterwards, this ape grown up in size and became more intelligent, and thus the ape of South Africa evolved about 40 lakh years ago. Okay, so ape of South Africa, that is Australopithecus, okay, they evolved 40 lakh years ago. The morphology of these human-like animals started to appear like to be the member of the genus Homo. Okay, so these all organisms, okay, these all human-like animals from this Ramapithecus to the Cro-Magnon man, okay, they are from the genus called as Homo, and about 20 lakh years ago, and the skill human developed. So about 15 lakh years ago, human walking with erect posture was evolved, and it may have existed in China and Indonesia of Asian continent. Okay, so the first proper human being was developed or evolved about 15 lakh years ago. So we can see that a proper human-like animal was evolved around 15 lakh years ago. Okay, which can walk properly, which have erect posture, and they existed in China and Indonesia. Okay. Now, evolution of upright man continued in the direction of developing its brain from the period of about 1 lakh years, and meanwhile, it discovered the fire. So, this species of genus, okay, Homo, they discovered the fire about 1 lakh years ago, and brave brain of 50,000-year-old man has been sufficiently evolved to the extent that it could be considered as member of the class wise men. That means Homo sapiens, we human beings. Okay, they are called as Homo sapiens. So their brain developed like us about 50,000 years ago. Okay, now Neanderthal man can be considered as the first example of wise men, and the Cro-Magnon man evolved about 50,000 years ago, and afterwards, this evolution had been faster than the earlier. So, the evolution from Neanderthal man to Cro-Magnon man was considered to be more fast, okay, than the previous evolutions of the Homo, genus Homo. Okay. Now, about 10,000 years ago, wise man started to practice the agriculture. It started to rear the cattle herds and establish the cities, cultural development took place. Art of writing was invented about 5,000 years ago, and thus the history had been started. ओके तो पूरी तरीके से हम इंसानों ने सब कुछ अपना हमारा जो दिमाग है वो कब तेज़ हुआ? 10,000 साल पहले बहुत अच्छे से तेज़ हो गया। हम लोगों ने एग्रीकल्चर स्टार्ट किया, जो बाकी प्रैक्टिसेस थे हमारे फार्मिंग के, कैटल्स रखने के, वो सब हम लोग ने स्टार्ट किए। शहर बनाने लगे हम लोग, ओके, नए नए इनोवेशन स्टार्ट होने लगे। और पूरी तरीके से फिर हम लोग ने मॉडर्न साइंस को इमर्ज किया। पूरी तरीके से मॉडर्न साइंस का इवोल्यूशन दिखने मिला हम लोग को 400 ईयर्स अगो, ओके। एंड 200 years ago we started an industrial society, ओके। सो 200 साल पहले इंडस्ट्रीज हम लोग ने डेवलप किए, और अभी भी हम लोग देख सकते हैं कि हम लोग इसमें डेवलपमेंट करते जा रहे हैं। और इतना सारा इंफॉर्मेशन होने के बावजूद हमारी ये इच्छा है कि हम लोग अच्छी तरीके से जो ह्यूमन इवोल्यूशन है या फिर अदर लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म का जो इवोल्यूशन है उसको समझ सके, okay. So by this point we have completed our first chapter of science 2, that is heredity and evolution, okay. So your homework is going to be, you have to complete the exercise of this particular chapter, okay. In the next lecture we will start our new chapter, that is life processes and living organism, okay, part 1, okay. Until then, goodbye.